Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragoon X Omega II. Last episode we did the first bonus episode and we got a preview of the monsters here in the bonus dungeon, the nuclear plant. They're really tough, so basically I'm going to be running from every single encounter here as I make my way through the plant. So I basically get to the boss with full magic and full health. If I need to restore any health because the monster hits me, I can just use one of the pills that I have saved up. This is the most difficult part, I guess. When you get to this section where the lights turn off here, basically want to go all the way as far to the right as possible. Then we go up 3, over to the right 3, then down until we're 2 away from 2 south of where that computer console is. Then we run left till we stop, up, and then left to the console, and that turns the lights back on. And then the rest is pretty much straight sailing. So we don't want to go over to the right because there's another switch that turns the lights off. So we're just going to head straight up here. The lights are going to turn off, but we just go 2 steps to the right and then straight up. We'll eventually hit the console that turns the lights back on. So we're going to get to a point right here in the hallway where we can't go forward anymore. That is where Pyro the boss is. Born from the heart of the atom, I bring you your death. And this is Pyro, the other optional super boss. He actually seems a little easier than the vampire from the last episode. He has a lot more hit points, he hits a lot harder, but he doesn't have the ability to heal himself fully. So we don't have to worry about the luck of having the PSI block land on him. He basically is immune to basically all our status effects. So, but we're going to handle him pretty much the same way we've been handling most of the other bosses. We are going to buff ourselves up with Shield, Shadow, Blitz, and we'll also use the Medulla implant that we found in the graveyard last episode at the beginning, because that'll nullify his fall ability, the instant death. So we want to make sure that we're using the pulse rifle for this guy because he is a cyborg, so he actually takes extra damage from the pulse rifle. That's why you'll notice that he actually takes more damage than the vampire was in the last episode, because he has that weakness to the pulse rifle. So we're just going to try to he can keep ourselves above maybe about 400 hit points. Critical hit can deal close to 400. So we'll when we're around like 500 or so, we'll heal up with the aura tap. We're going to try to save as many as our aurora spells, the full heals, until if we actually like need them, like he hits a critical hit on us and we got to heal right away. But for normal times like this, we'll just use our aura taps. And like I said, even though he has more than twice the amount of hit points as the other bonus boss, the vampire there in the graveyard, he's taking much more damage thanks to the weakness to the pulse rifle. It'll still take a while, but I think you can actually finish him faster than we defeated the Neverborn in our normal playthrough. So about level 45 is a good level to take him on. I took him on with 46 just because I gained that extra level in the last episode. Yeah, this guy is basically, like I said, the ultimate test. I guess you could say the vampire might be a little bit tougher because it relies on a little bit of the luck to land that PSI block. So some people actually do Pyro first, because once you defeat Pyro, you're going to get the best rifle in the game, the Omega rifle, and the Gamma armor, the best armor in the game. And basically, once you have those 2 things, everything is basically a pushover. The Omega rifle gives plus 95 hit, and just like in the base game Final Fantasy this game is based on, every 32 to your hit percentage will give you an extra hit. So just by equipping that rifle, you start your 1 in hit percentage, you get up to 96. So that's 3 extra attacks along your base attack. So you're going to be doing 4 hits with the Omega rifle. the Gamma armor, it's basically like almost 4 times as powerful as the August armor that we have, and it also has resistance to basically every spell. So basically it's built in like Agnost. So once you get that stuff, everything is just pretty much a joke. And you'll see those really tough monsters inside here. This plant that we're using Nova spells on and shield spells, and basically treating them as boss encounters. They will just fall so easily to our newfound power. I'll show you how to get out. You should have enough, because it doesn't share a spell slot with anything really useful. You should have a casting of Outwarp when you get the Omega Rifle and the Gamma armor. But just so I can show off how easy those really tough monsters are, I will backtrack out of this. And then I will, off screen then, max my character out, get to level 50. Now your stats aren't going to be the same as mine, because like Final Fantasy 1, each of the stats, they have a percentage chance to go up. There's some levels where a stat is guaranteed to go up, then other levels sometimes only have like a 25% chance of a certain stat to go up. So the main ones you have to really worry about are your strength and vitality. The more vitality you get at the beginning of the game, the better it's going to be, because vitality determines how many hit points you get on your level up. So obviously having that higher at the beginning means that you'll get more hit points per levels. So your hit points may vary, your vitality score may vary, and then your strength. The other 3 stats, your agility, your psych, and your luck, you can always max them to 99 by buying a bunch of those Opti items. So they'll be maxed out. But like I said, most of those stats are all bugged. The psych and the luck are all bugged. But the agility, like I said, does help you in terms of running away and getting attacks to land. It shouldn't take too much more longer here with Pyro. My stats actually in this game, I forgot to put my hit points in the test run, but I did end up with 4 more strength and 4 more vitality. So I got much luckier in terms of stats. I got less lucky when I was fighting the vampire in the last episode. I was able to get the PSI to block to land on level 40, but had no luck last time, so I guess my luck's just transferred around a little bit. So, in addition to maxing out the stats, like I said, I'll do that off screen. I'll max out my money, just for, you know, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder tells me to do it. And then I'll also go back and fight the Neverborn again. So we'll get to see just how much easier the Neverborn is. In the regular episode, episode 12, when we fought the Neverborn, it took a little over 10 minutes to defeat it. Now we're just going to roll right through it. So we acquire the Omega Rifle, so 52 damage, 27 hit with the pulse gun. Let's equip the Omega Rifle. And we go to 120 to 96. So damage is more than doubled, just base damage, and then we're hitting 4 more times. So instead of hitting once, we're hitting 4 times. So let's take off that armor. We'll throw that August armor away so we have room to get the Gamma armor. So we have 25 defense, 75 avoid. The Gamma takes us to 74 evade. We lose 1 point of defense, or 1 point of evade defense, but we gain 223 to our armor. So yeah, all these enemies, basically going to be doing nothing to us. And we're going to be doing a ton of damage to them. Once you have the Omega Rifle and the Gamma Armor, you don't need anything else. So you see over there, the other side, they're just all dead ends. The only tricky part of getting out of here is at the end. We don't have torches like in Dragon Quest I. But we can use the old run in a straight line until you can't go any further, and then that'll indicate where you turn. It's how we got through the Marsh Cave in Dragon Quest I without needing to use a torch, because we went through that cave quite a few times. Over here where the lights are gonna turn off, we just keep going over to the left until we can't go anymore, and that's our signal to go straight down. Once we can't go down anymore, we go right till we can't go right anymore, and then we backtrack 3 steps. You tell you can't go anymore because Sargon Sprite will stop. We back up 3 steps, and then we can go down until we stop, and then all we have to do is head to the left, and that'll take us back to the beginning. We'll see that little white spot where we step on to turn the lights back on. And this is where basically I will be doing my grinding. And here I've finished all my grinding up. I've maxed out my money. I've maxed out my experience. There's my final stats. Of course, I'm going to be using the Omega Rifle, the Gamma Armor. I have the Spline Helmet, Globulus Attack, deep accessory just for some extra defense. And there's my items, and have to buy anything else. So now let's just see how fast the Neverborn falls. We don't have to worry about really buffing ourselves up. The only buff we're going to have to worry about is throwing on the Blitz, and that just gives us an extra attack. So now we'll hit him a whole bunch of times. Depending on how many hits we get, fast basically doubles. So we can hit it to 8 times. It should only take 5 or 6 rounds to finish the Neverborn off. How hard you hit him, and if he uses healing spells. But he has basically no chance against us. And basically, we took basically a 10.5 minute fight down to like a little over a minute. So it just goes to show how overpowered we can become. So, but that's going to do it for this Let's Play. I appreciate you for sticking around and following it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy all my other Let's Plays as well. I'll be back with a new one in a few days. I'm probably going to start doing some of the Zelda Game Boys. So the Oracle and the Season games. So take care, have a good one. Appreciate your support, and have a great day. Continue to enjoy my other Let's Plays until I start a new one. Bye.